Well met, lords and ladies. Jacob Butter speaking. Yeah, I am going to attempt to not speak aside from this in this video for the most part, unless I otherwise feel compelled to. Like the forces of nature just must impulse me in that direction. Mainly because I have a terrible cough, and I I want to try and rest my voice. I just recorded a 5 years later episode because that couldn't move. The show must go on. But here we are. I'm having the guests do all the talking for me this time. We're doing like an editing stream because I promised I would do one of those, and because I don't want to not talk over a Gacha review. That's just not fair. I trust me. I thought of the logistics of it. It just didn't work in my head. So okay. Yeah. So, we'll introduce the guests for now, KW and Vin. We'll let them take it away and see what, organically develops, I suppose.
Hello!
Hello! I have no clue what's about to happen, but Jacob, no face cam either, or like...
I thought
I had to
editing
ask,
streams
I
would
had
make
to
more
ask.
sense. See, if I ask a direct question, I respond to it as well, but yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes! Hello, everyone. We are the Stream Takeovers. Yeah!
And by that, we mean mostly KW. I'm here for moral support.
Right, okay. So,
I
guys.
I don't do this kind of stuff. I'm just chilling back and doing, honestly, whatever at this point.
Right, anyway, so, guys. Today, I actually also need to work on something. Try to get out of my writer's block. Because, again, I don't know what's going on with writer's block lately. Every time I get so close to where I'm thinking I'm at the end, my brain just goes, no. Oh god, so yeah, anyways, I hope you guys are all doing well.
That's a good question, Bon. Is this the Jacob POV?
Probably.
Okay.
Well, let's just say hi real quick. So hello Bon, hello Treat Pop, who is now calling herself Treat Claus.
Hey, it's
Hello,
Christmas time. I mean, like, I respect it.
Yeah, right. Hello,
I
don't know how to pronounce that name, but hello, welcome.
Layla Sanders. We're gonna go with Layla.
Layla.
We're gonna go with Layla.
All right, there we go. And so, hello. How are you? What's new? Vin, do you want to share anything what's new going on with you?
Am I supposed to have new? See, this is gonna be very boring because I have nothing new to talk about. I have funny old stuff that none of y'all know anything about that I could talk about. But that's about it.
Well, okay. How's your day been?
Tiring. I'm messing. I've done nothing. I'm just chilling. Today definitely one of those like we chill back, we relax, we do what we want to do. One of those days.
Well, I'm doing pretty well.
With me.
I've been actually something new happened. So, actually,
if you can't tell, KW is gonna be a lot more professional than I am.
Over the week right now, I am actually, well, kind of fostering a kitten. Because there was a cold going around at a shelter, and so, my family decided to take this kitten in just for like a week or whatever to help her get over the cold and stuff, and just take care of her. So, yeah, that's been fun and exciting, and also, I actually finished one of my projects. If you guys know, Sunday After 3 movie is coming out less than a week. Woo! We're excited about that. And I finished one of my cover songs with the help of Jacob Byer, who helped with like the music and the audio quality. I will say though, I am so mad that I recently found out I could change the noise suppression quality. And so when I did like the backing vocals, it sounds 10 times better than what I use for like the main parts, where I'm going, go ahead and try to see through me, do it if you're there and all that stuff. And I'm like, I'm not going to ask you guys.
You've been insisting that you've been belting stuff out for ages. without the evidence that you were doing so.
Jacob,
Now
you're not
we know
supposed to be
why.
talking. Jacob, you're not supposed to be talking. See, you're coughing now. You're not supposed to be saying stuff.
Yeah,
The
so
forces compelled me. I had to add that.
Jacob, do not
Just
time in
private
resist the
chat.
temptation. Jacob,
Just-
resist the temptations, please.
just type in the private
Uh.
chat if need be. Maybe that will help.
Also,
Fine, I'll
resist
add
the
banners.
temptations
Here
of
we go.
chat talking about the Jacobs.
Oh god. KW has a canon, not the Discord Verity.
Variety.
Variety, sorry.
What's a verity?
I don't know. Anyways, so basically to answer Jacob's question, so no, my mic quality has been good and stuff like that, and I've been messing with the mic quality and stuff like that, but like with the noise suppression stuff, when I was trying to mess with it, it either sounds like decent or not good at all. And so, but when I was looking into it more stuff and I misclick on something, I'm like, oh no, please don't tell me I'm missing my mic stuff. It turns out to be 10 times better, and I'm like, how? And then when I was doing the
that's how
pecking
voice
buckles,
Ugh.
I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna ask Jacob to like, just if I should like resend stuff to just because my mic is better. For now on, for future reference, make sure my quality is good and stuff like that. And yeah. So, the Jacobs. So I am going to retry. Okay, so the first thing Bonus glad you asked. The Jacobs in the annual testimony was at the end of the year, and this is our second year, I believe. Okay, so he picks Curtis. Okay, yeah, he Bonus.
Yeah, this was just Bond explaining to Treat what the Jacobs was. So I mean, it's chill.
Yeah. Any other questions about the Jacobs? I have to answer. I'm much more heavily involved with them this year. Oh wow. Am I no? Oh no, I don't think I am going to be nominated. For
Actually, I'm
anything.
gonna go check Jacob. I'm gonna go check out that community post right now. Even though I have no clue. Time to go read community post.
Ooh,
Yay.
go chat. Okay, I'll do that sometime today then for the Jacob Awards. I don't know if I am going to be nominated for anything because the only thing I ever did this year was the cancellation of Klamai and 3 episodes of a Yu-Gi-Oh thing that doesn't have dueling yet, which the next 2 episodes, the last 2 episodes will have dueling, but yeah. KJ, you have been nominated by yours truly, however, I'm not really sure anybody else has somebody to. Wait, you nominated me for something? Hold on, I need to look at this. Oh no, give me a moment, guys. I have to know.
Obviously,
Posts, I
you didn't get nominated through the community post. I think you got nominated through a DM.
I see that Tree Pop nominated Jacob for reviewing her series. What?
There has been there has been a singular thing with 3 nominations in it in the community post. I will say
Right.
that. We have Cast Out for Best Musical Number, Flower Pot 1300 for Most Evolved, and Funniest if Bond and Jacob Butters were in a pop series.
Yeah, I would definitely nominate for that one video. I'm trying to think, because we had to think of like the gotcha stuff.
I wasn't here for long enough. I can't say anything about any of this.
No, and plus I haven't really acted much like this at a year. And oh, see, no, sorry, Kato. Jacob posted empty options for try to nominate. Makes sense. Give me a second to type. Okay. I do not like. I would not. I don't want to nominate myself for anything. Not gonna lie, just because I feel like that's cheating.
It's technically not cheating, but it's morally wrong.
Exactly.
The idea is that the judges don't nominate themselves, but other judges can nominate things made by other judges.
Each other, yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Judges can bribe judges to nominate judges. At least as long as Jacob
And as
doesn't.
far as like actual, yeah. And yeah, I should probably, and like for non-judges, I guess, yeah, I should probably make cool that you can't nominate yourself because that goes against the spirit. But yeah,
I don't. Oh, what can I vote for or like nominate though? That's the thing. Like,
And Jacob, actually, very important question: are we getting our ESOWs?
sorry, well, a bunch of
the Usos might be arranged after the Jacobs happen.
best animation.
Oh, he's
yeah,
actually planning it. Yo, wait a minute.
best voice acting, best character designs, easiest storyline to follow, funniest, best horror, musical, fantasy, sci-fi, action.
You don't have to have a nomination for everything.
Right, no, I'm just thinking, in general. Best animation. What can I think that has like best animation? I mean, The Secrets of Plaxa, I think, has really good animation. Okay, let's see, but I also have to think on other stuff. God.
I don't think God is a series, KW.
Thanks, man! Oh god. So I nominated Cave for Best Rookie Production because despite it never being able to take off from the ground, you did put a lot of time and thought into it, and I applaud you for that. This is for Call My Season 2. Oh, thank you, Bond! That's honestly that's really nice. Not gonna lie, that's really nice. I actually am going to say this. Actually, I was planning to make like a 2020 video saying what's going to happen next on my channel. But I don't know what to say honestly about that kind of stuff because like here's the thing, I will say that I'm not like nursing quitting YouTube. However, I am like changing things up with stuff. Do you have anyone else to nominate on the doc? For you know what, for best, I'm probably gonna vote for best voice acting.
But for who?
For best voice acting, I really probably am going to say Bond for the voice role of Innova, especially when Bond did that whole pen attack thing in the episode of Secrets of the Plex.
Oh, Bond was speaking to Jacob.
Oh, you were speaking to Jacob.
Well,
okay, I'm tired. Okay.
KW, we all are. I'm here for the funnies, and so far, the funnies have been funnying. I just used an adjective as a verb and a noun. What just happened?
I don't know. Okay, so to answer this question then, so anyone else who wants to be on like the actual panel of judges, yeah, then they would nominate on the doc. Otherwise, I think the community post makes the most sense. That's why I put all
oh my
the
lord,
different
is your
Oh,
things in
dream
there.
of a Jacob? I hope don't ruin the jingles like I did last year. Oh yeah, Bond won like a lot of awards. Jeez.
No, I think the reason is that I think it was Bond's suggestion to like have the public vote on the things that I had already like made a list and decided who was going to win, so that like then
Oh,
shifted
that
everything.
okay.
Nah,
In his favor, but
what's about to happen is the public's gonna have their winner, Jacob's gonna have his winner, and they're gonna 1v1 battle to the death. Like they're gonna obviously that's what's gonna happen. 1v1 death battle. Whichever series comes out alive wins the award.
This is going to be hard anyways because I'm trying to remember like some of the gacha stuff that I really like and was there and stuff like that. and stuff that I have been like really enjoying and stuff. But it's like hard because most of it is like, oh wait, Ballet Pops. Ballet Pops has some good animation. I know you've never seen Event, but I am going.
Wait, hold on. Ballet Pops?
Ballet Pops.
Ballet. I heard ballet. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
I am putting it out for
Actually-
best animation.
Yeah, speak of things that make a lot of sense. Yeah, Bon, what you just said. Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. I should that is what I should have done. I think I probably had that idea and then forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Ballet Pops for best animation.
Yeah, I think now I'm gonna do the opposite. So think of there being judges. You know, I'll have like the community picks, then they'll be like on the list as well, and then we will and then the judges will deliberate who gets the who gets the final prize. Because I imagine there'll be a lot of them that are like one-off nominations. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna choose Ballet Pops for best animation. Then there we go. Two things. One for best voice acting for Noah, and then Ballet Pops for best animation. That's kind of why I was concerned that the panel of judges consists of 2 people.
Well, if you
There
think
could be a
about it,
third
guys,
somewhere
we
in
can-
there.
We could
Not
reach
me.
judges so we can like I can have the community post. I can have the community post be like, okay, I'm looking for a panel of judges to, collect this together and then submit like the entries to the public for them to decide that way. If that makes more sense.
Yeah, I don't think for the third we should do Tree. If you're looking for judges, we should not choose Tree. Okay, here's the reason why. Not to be mean, but like Tree Pop goes back and forth with things. She will either say she will like it, and then like 2 minutes later say she hates it, and then goes back to liking it. And it's like you have to choose one or the
Immediately
other.
calling out someone. Wow.
You can find people who are here the most often, Aiden, Camille, Josh, etc. It says Bomb.
Josh
That could work.
Josh also goes back and forth sometimes, but he's been a bit more consistent. As of
He's been
recently.
more consistent, yeah. You know, people who've seen the most stuff. Yeah, fair. I have seen
Not
the most
me.
Aiden has stuff, so. Vin said he's not gonna do it.
Vin
Listen.
has like joined Gacha Review recently. I don't think he's
Thanksgiving
quite
break.
yet.
Like
Yeah.
Thanksgiving week. That's when it happened. So I mean, that's why, like I said, I'm chilling back. I mean, like, I also barely know anything about Gacha to begin with. I'm just here. I am the epitome on this channel of I'm just here.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the exact reason. Some people would take that as rude. That's just the truth. I've accepted that.
Yeah.
But
I
also,
think
like,
Like speaking of reacting stuff, I recently had to like react to Game Theory's newest video.
which one's the newest again? Was that
That-
the
the
was the
fourth-
Finding Frankie, right?
No, it's the
Oh,
fourth,
there's another new one. That's the wrong channel. Wait, there's another one.
it's the 4th video of them trying to fix the Zelda timeline when it's just them breaking the timeline, not making sense anymore because it's already not broken, but they keep thinking it's broken because it's like, oh, there are inconsistencies and stuff. And I'm like, you're just making it up in your head.
That's how theories work. KW. That's why it's game theory. That's how theories work. You know?
It's
How
just
they
a
work again,
theory.
no. For me,
If
with
you
theory-
think they're wrong, that's acceptable because it's a theory. That's also how it works in science.
A
However-
game theory.
For it to no longer be a theory, you have to prove it as false.
No, but
Go
that's
do
the
that.
issue. No. The issue is with game theory, though, is that they're thinking they have a theory like, oh, maybe we can fix this by doing this when there's nothing to be fixed in the beginning. That's the problem.
But here's the thing: it also could be that they see something that could be fixed that you may not think needs to be fixed, but it still could be. It doesn't have.
No.
It's not one of those things where it's like it's so blatantly wrong that it needs to be fixed. It could be one of those. It's correct, but there's a better answer.
No.
I'm
Depends on
saying
the
this
video.
without watching the
Depends on
video.
the
I need you
video.
to
Yeah,
realize that.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing though. Like with me with theories, like I don't necessarily have issues with game theory when they come up with theories. Like for example, the FNAF. We don't know what's going on with FNAF anymore these days. Hence why there are so many theories about FNAF.
Anymore,
And that makes
we never
sense.
did.
We were never supposed to.
Right. But with the Zelda stuff, we have a timeline. And here's the thing. People can choose not to care about the timeline if they just wanted to play the games and enjoy the games. Because, yeah, I kind of understand it because those games can be like an individual thing. You don't have to, like, go into so much lore to try to figure out how everything fits or whatever, blah, 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 blah. It's not like FNAF. There is a consistency with the time and stuff. So with this newest game theory video, for the fourth time, are saying, oh, the timeline is broken because they haven't put Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom in the timeline that we have right now. And I said, and I was like over here, me like, that is actually not true. They have stated that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are so far into the future of the timeline. They're in the era of myth, which means they believe all those previous Legend of Zelda games that we have are just like myths and legends because they're at the end of like a timeline of like the main timeline of Legend of Zelda. And so they have their own like beliefs and stuff like that. Even they believe that Blizzard games or stuff like that. Like if I remember right, it's like somewhere around 10,000 years in the future or whatever and stuff like that.
What if
And
that
then-
was wrong?
It's not wrong
Oh, here. And how do you know it's not? The whole thing
because
is that
they
it's theory.
confirmed it.
When? Did Game Theory confirm it or did Nintendo confirm it?
Nintendo. Look, here's the thing. I get not people do not like Nintendo that much, but Nintendo has always been consistent with the Legend of Zelda timeline.
My understanding of the Zelda timeline is that Nintendo like published it themselves. It wasn't like a fan creation that people made and then collectively agreed was the thing. Like it was this was what was provided for them.
Exactly. It's not like a situation with Scott Collins was like, well, I don't know, maybe some theories are right and some theories are wrong. I'm not giving you anything. No, why would I? You just have to look into the books and figure out the secrets of the games and stuff like that.
KW, you're killing Jacob. You're killing Jacob. You really gotta stop. Like,
Can the FNAF
not
community
in the
collectively
funny
agree
way.
that
He's
that is
actually-
that is the
Not in the
Scott
funny
Cawthon
way.
impression from now on. I'm Scott Cawthon.
Why is Scott Cawthon Mickey Mouse?
I don't know.
Because his timeline is wacky.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna chill back while KW rants. I'm gonna go into a hole. I'll be back.
Okay. I wasn't trying to write. I just more felt like when Vin's like, "Oh, what if you're wrong?" I'm like, "How am I wrong?" When there's a confirmation, they even published a book showing the timeline, and they've been uploading the updates on the timeline when the newest game came out and stuff like that. So it's just like, and the fact they're like, okay. Also, the fact is that like, there's one thing I did literally scream at so much is because they are already giving out Nintendo's answer or something like that, but they're like, but it's so wrong because of this, that, or the other. And I'm like over here, like screaming at them because it's like, no, you just prove yourself, you're contradicting yourself.
I'm so tempted to say something like I'm pretty sure KW just hates Tom because he replaced Matt Pat, but I mean like
No,
No,
Can I
I
just
w-
complain about Matt Pat's theories like long before that happens?
Yeah.
I've seen the videos. I've seen the Gregory rants.
yeah, those were interesting.
Oh god, no, not the Gregory rants. Oh, God.
I'm going back. I'm not ready for that rant.
No, I'm not doing that right. I already said my piece.
Can we? Bond is a bomb. Bond may or may not be a bomb. Guys, we might need to. I'm gonna go into a bunker so I don't get blown up. I will return.
God. Because here's the thing, like, so another thing that, like, Tom pointed out in the video was talking about there is a prisoner war. They talked about prisoner war and Tears of the Kingdom. Guess what he thought? He thought it's the very same Imprisonment War. When I'm like, and the fact that he's also comparing to like Real World stuff, he's like, he could have said, "Oh, this probably could be the second Imprisonment War, just like World War I and World War II." I'm like, that is actually the case, though. I'm like, yes, but that's so wrong though because of blah blah blah. And I'm like, you're just making stuff up at this point. Like at this point, you can tell he never played the games. You can literally tell us he never played the games, like because he's just making so much stuff up. And
See, Jacob, I think I finally understand what KW meant when she couldn't understand any of the intellectual stuff I'm saying, because all of this stuff is now making absolutely no sense to me.
but
Like,
here's the
wow.
thing.
She's about to keep going. I don't. I'm so confused.
But no, here's the thing. Okay, what if your favorite like franchise has consistent lore and stuff like that, and has been confirmed and stuff like
You
that?
think my favorite franchise has consistent lore? What's wrong with you?
I'm saying theoretically, no theory. Yeah, as a theory. Okay, let's just say as a theory.
Because it's just a theory.
Yes,
A
yes,
game
continue.
theory.
I am literally about to punch you, Ben. Just listen, okay?
Do it. I dare you. Right now.
Do it,
Hold up.
do it,
Hold up
do it,
right
do
now.
it.
I have.
Can you see all me? Walk into my mystery. This is all your for Jacob.
You KW, pull up
Don't have to
right
hear
now.
that song all the time anymore.
KW, pull up right now. I will show you the power of a modified Nerf gun.
Okay, but anyways, let's just say theoretically, you have a favorite like franchise, whatever. It could be any franchise.
In
they have-
reality, not in theory, in reality.
They have consistent lore,
Another
and there's only like minor plot holes, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really affect the whole thing or whatever, you know. And they've been trying to fix it, whatever, and it has been good, right? But someone decided, like MatPap or Tom, decided to say everything is broken, and they keep making stuff up because they never played the games.
First off, I wouldn't be mad. It's a theory. It can be inherently wrong. I wouldn't be mad. And second, there's even how the words are being hard right now. How you cannot fully confirm that they never played the games.
Because they don't understand the lore! I'm legit. It's like
KW, stop. I feel you need to make a very important realization. There's a difference between not understanding and reinterpreting.
No, I'm not saying they're interpreting. I'm not. Okay. Yes, I do actually understand what's interpreting and making stuff, not making stuff, not understanding. Here's the thing. Yeah, you can interpret whatever, however you want. However, though, if they bring up something that already said in the games that is like confirmed and factual, and say, but that is wrong somehow, and say something that doesn't really make sense at all because there's no confirmation that is the case or not whatsoever. And
Well,
so
if there's no confirmation, what if it's also correct?
It's not.
Well, how can you say it's correct if there's no confirmation? I mean, how can you say it's incorrect without confirmation? Explain
Because
to me
they're
that.
pulling out of their pants.
That's how a theory works, KW.
No, that's not how.
Okay,
KW.
that's how
No.
how a hypothesis works. A theory is usually supported by evidence that is ideally not pulled out of said pants.
Exactly.
See,
I say that having published some of the most wacky and outlandish AFMAO theories of all time, and I'm fully aware of that.
see,
Because
KW.
then, no, let me talk. But you're talking about a
KW's getting
hypothesis. You're talking about hypothesis, not a theory. Because a theory is you have evidence of stuff that could possibly work.
KW's getting more worked up about this than about most of when I was running Quest of the Rising Sun. This is hilarious.
Because I have been studying the Legends of the Lore for the rest of my damn life.
For the rest of it. Not for the whole of it, the rest of it.
Oh,
I will spend the
my
rest of
whole
life studying
life.
to prove
See,
you wrong.
My whole
KW.
life.
KW. I am a man of science, a man of reason. a man of believing in the man of believing in the Cartesian
Are you
system
trying to say
that-
Zelda is science?
No. I'm gonna go. No, if I was saying that, then
Oh, I've seen some of the science videos about Zelda. On the
Bond
Game
has
Finish
a
channel, in fact.
Bond has a new bingo slot. Quest of the Rising Sun trauma.
Oh my god.
Okay, but we will have to distinguish in the future whether or not we're referencing the story or the behind-the-scenes trauma, because those will be two distinct things depending on. Like,
No,
who's
the
talking.
story doesn't count. The story does not count. Quest of the Rising trauma only relates to
Yeah.
backstage trauma.
Yeah, that we're not.
Yeah.
I will say this right now. That we're not going
Yeah,
to talk about
like, we-
at all.
Yeah, like
No,
we,
no.
We talked about
You're
like
not-
we
you
talked
can't
about like
talk
the
about-
non-canon one-shots.
You can't talk about Quest of the Breathing Moon. You can't talk about Quest of the Breathing Moon.
No,
From-
I meant like
I'm
the stuff
perfectly
that.
fine with the Quest of the Rising Sun.
No,
stuff.
I meant like
I don't
the
care.
stuff that Jacob already mentioned, because he didn't like names or anything like that. It's just stuff that happened behind the scenes that no one really needs to know, because we're trying to figure out behind the scenes why. That's what I mean. Because
Yeah.
so
Hmm.
and so like Baby already jokingly said that you were fired. So that's why we keep saying, "Oh, you got fired." or whatever.
You,
Yeah, you jokingly said that in other.
you
streams as
also
well.
jokingly said that.
Because
as a
Baby said it at first.
Yeah,
and
but also you used it as a.
She
You,
started
it's
it.
also in context. You used it as an attack towards me during that argument.
Joe
As
Billy!
a joke. And then, so I had to step back with my own joking argument that came with actual facts and logic behind it. You're the person who practically hired me to work on a Solidarity Gaming album.
Wait, you were there for that?
That's how I met you.
Oh my god, I forgot about the Solar Gaming album. Oh no.
That's
I haven't
how
heard
I
about
met
this.
you.
I
So,
haven't heard about this. Can you
Jacob,
please tell the
I'm going to
story?
tell you. No, Jacob,
No, no,
I'm
no, no,
telling
no,
you
no,
the
no,
story.
no, no, no,
This
no,
story
no,
is
no.
coming from me.
No.
No. Before any of you,
Backstory,
including
backstory.
Junior, knew me, I was very new to Discord. The first few servers I joined were Purple Cliff server because I wanted to participate in some of his You Laugh You Loses, and some of the Empire's members Discord servers. One of them was Solidarity Gaming server. I hop in one of the VCs. I tended to hop in the VCs often just to go mess with people. And one of those times, KW was in there with a few other people writing a album for Solidarity Gaming.
To share my side of the story, it was because we kept making up silly goofy songs. Because there was one time like Solidarity went ball or something like that. And some strange reason.
I
And
love
so we went-
backstories.
And so what happened was that and then what happened is that I decided to make up a tune, and we're like, we should make songs. So we're like, why don't we just make an album about the Empire SMP people and stuff like that? And they're like, yeah, let's do it. So I was the one to create Ball Solidarity Song, which is about him being a toy and being bald. There was Joel's Lullaby, and then like it's just like other stuff. But the reason why it never came to be because like people like left or were busy and stuff like that. So
No,
it never came to be.
no. The main reason was because drama started happening due to Lemon. And like specifically Lemon.
Before,
I mean-
before we go further with this, didn't Empire's SMP have their own album, like an official one, at some point eventually?
No.
swear-
I don't remember. Where is this group chat at?
There was an SMP album that I reviewed at some point. I thought it was Empire's, maybe it wasn't.
It was probably the Lizzie
the-
album.
The Lizzie album, yeah.
Yeah, the Lizzie album. Yeah.
That was an Empire Season 1 like musical that Lizzie made.
Yeah, this is
And
this
that's it.
this
So it
this
was
was
Empire's
being
then.
worked on during season 2.
That was Season 1. This is during Season
Right.
2
Okay.
that no, but Saturday song. I forgot the drama with Lemon. What happened? Oh, they kept getting upset about some roleplay or whatever. They kept getting upset or whatever because people were doing other things and they feel like they're getting ignored or whatever. We're like,
Where is this group chat? I don't even know if it still exists, but like
I think it got deleted.
that might. I remember you left. I never left it, so like
Well, I left because other people left it.
I was one of those people who was very much a chill back. I got nothing to do. I don't leave stuff often. That's sort of the main thing.
I do if it makes me uncomfortable. Like,
I would if stuff makes me uncomfortable. Nothing has. Well, nothing
Yes,
has
Missing out on a very
non-jokingly.
important detail of the story. We're missing out on a
Yeah.
very important detail of the story. Do you remember
Being-
the songs?
I actually left.
If I can
Sonic.
find this group chat, I can find the lyrics.
I think I actually saw.
I wrote the lyrics for a good third of the songs.
I think I still have Balls Solidarity on my computer somewhere.
Well, I mean, I'd be surprised if you didn't. If this group chat, like I said, again, if this group chat still exists, I will send lyrics.
maybe
But I have
I
to
don't know.
find this group chat and see if it's still
I
exists.
remember the tune for Balls Solidarity. Balls Solidarity, da 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 da, something like that. He's a toy.
Okay, there's Cry Like a Baby with Autism Strapped to a Ceiling. No. There's the one without Harper. There's that one. No, da, da, da. Cold. There's Outer Yet. Ravens.
Because I would never. I already told this
Culberson.
story before. I already I love certain gamings like server, and then when I tried to join back, apparently I got banned because Liar Pants on Fire decided to say some bad stuff about me when it's not true. It was just, oh god.
I feel like I would have seen it by now. So, it may actually be gone, which is sad. Because this is very important history. Wait, hold up.
That is so sad. Oh god. I forgot
Oh,
how
yeah.
we met.
And then there was the consistency of you started calling when I got muted in video calls, sending me to the gulag.
But that was just like a joke kind of thing. Like you were
That
in
was a
on it.
joke, but yeah, that was a joke. But that was also a joke on my end because I realized
Yeah.
very early you didn't know what the gulag was. That's what made it funny to me.
Oh yeah.
You didn't know what the gulag was. Yeah, I think that group chat is gone, which is
That's
very
very
sad.
sad. Yeah.
Because that's a piece of KW history right there. Was Solidarity Jimmy album.
God.
But yeah, no, I did a lot of the writing of lyrics, and then once we pretty much everything stopped, KW sent the invite to her server to the Triforce Discord server, and then I started floating around there, became a mod because I did a lot in that server. I was always just sort of there. I'm no longer in that server, but I mean it's chilling. It's because of somebody. I'm not gonna say who, KW, but like.
It wasn't because of somebody.
And then that went into the only reason that the only reason that Quest of the Rising Sun exists is because it goes all the way back to when I joined Junior in Yu-Gi-Oh! D&D.
Yeah.
Because it was in that group, it was in that Discord server when KW got the idea of creating a D&D server for her and her
Yeah.
friends to learn. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll teach them because I have a lot of experience. So we went in, and then KW invited all of you. I'm like, oh, okay.
And
I did tell her I would invite some of my friends, and by some, it was two who were just there to help me when they could and when I needed them.
And yeah, history.
And that's when probably the series with the most issues that that anybody in this group has created had happened.
But that was mainly because, like, you know, his vacation and stuff like that. Again, we're not
Things
gonna go.
happen.
Yeah, things happen, which we're not gonna go over again and stuff like that. Just check out Jacob's like Walking Wednesdays to know that kind of information. But also,
Yeah, check out the 2 hours worth of Walking Wednesday content that I do.
Yeah.
and
absolutely.
also I will say like the past is in the past, just because like
Yeah.
okay, things happen. Let's just get over it, kind of
Speaking
thing.
of, I am very intrigued on what's happening now with what I've heard about you guys planning on I heard you guys got a new DM and all that. it's just more of me casually sort of wanting to know what's happening in the background.
So far,
There are some-
nothing.
yeah.
So far,
There are
nothing.
also things that I want to update the people about, but KW asked me, not to say until she was ready, so I haven't mentioned anything yet.
Mhm. Yeah, which
Oh,
I
there
also.
is. Yep, found the 1 month ago. Say the near collapse of Quest of the Rising Sun, and then there's a saving the questing of the Quest of the Rising Sun from collapse again. The next Walking Wednesday.
Yeah. But like I said, that's all like just in the past and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just get over it kind of thing. I'm the person who likes to move on the past stuff like that, but also like the past is still there, but also it's good to like move on and learn from those mistakes and stuff like that, and stuff. And so that's always my thing.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah. I mean, I just sort of want to know what's going on with this series that I had started, and nothing.
again,
So
Yeah, nothing really might happen. Like I already like talked to Joe like their DMs.
yeah,
like
I
that,
would have
how-
just
I have been
like
seeing.
as the original DM, I would have just like loved to know beforehand what you guys were planning before having to watch the Walking Wednesday video to figure it all out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been nice. I'm not mad. That just would have been nice.
No. The only thing that happened the only thing that happened at that I guess in the server in general was that there was there was another argument which happened when I took a nap for 2 hours. I couldn't turn my back for 2 hours apparently. And
Oh,
then
yeah,
it
Now I
came
sort of
back,
want to
it's
know
like,
what that
what
was.
the heck is going on?
One of them still has some resentment forever towards another person.
Yeah, speaking of not learning from the past, yeah.
And-
What happened?
I don't know, honestly.
I wasn't
Like-
there. I wasn't there. KW doesn't know, and Jacob was asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it was just like there was like another conversation happening, and then someone like decided to be resentment still about the past still when it was just like a normal conversation. And like I DM Jacob about it, and he's like, "This was just a normal conversation."
Yeah, basically, when like the stereotypical situation where a couple are fighting, and one of them is clearly losing on a logical foundational level, and so
Yeah.
they decide to pivot and then start to bring up like issues from the past in order to like get the upper hand on the other person. It was basically one of those. Like it was clear the person involved was like grasping at straws, which unfortunately ended up being like that ended up nearly being a final straw.
Yeah. I know you can't say who on stream, but I'm gonna figure out soon enough.
I don't know. I'm sure that Kiddo can probably private chat you if that's the case.
Oh yeah, that works. I mean, we
I
do have
can't right now
private chat on
'cause
Steam.
I'm trying to screenshot this, and for some reason it's not working. Like it just does not want to record this post.
Yeah,
for some
yeah,
reason.
KW, you gotta private chat me this. I gotta know. I love the tea. I love good tea.
You know what? I'm gonna change the pose a little.
I
bit,
don't tell
see if
people
that
about the
makes a
tea, but I
difference.
do love having it in my back, like 13 different back pockets.
I'm
That's a reference.
trying to find you. There you are. Cool.
You should look for my DMs.
I have been talking to a lot of people.
Yeah, I have too, but also I remember the order in which I talk to people, so I know exactly where to look. Because right now you're between a person who I can't say the name of on stream and the green tea is on the floor group chat. And I
Let me
purely
start a
remember
Torchlight
because
too, see if that works better.
Right.
okay, actually that makes sense.
Yeah, why we gotta talk about this? What do you care? Is
That makes a lot of sense for reasons that you wouldn't know, but
Yeah, I send you just the basic.
yeah, that's all I need. I don't need anything specific. I just like knowing surface level.
Yeah,
Just sort of
it's-
want to see what's going on behind the scenes in a series that I do sort of miss running, but
Even though you're like, thank God I don't have to continue with this.
well, that was mostly because I was on. That was for. Well, I mean, it had very nice highs and very weird lows. Let's just say.
Fair.
That's
That
why,
was
that's
the-
why I'm like fighting so hard to like keep it going, because most of us want to finish the story to some degree.
To some
We
degree,
just want to do so
the
in a
issue
way that's
is
not going to
yeah, it's gonna be
destroy
nowhere
everything.
near the original ending. But since
For
we've
me,
gone, we are now going. You are now going for ending number 3.
for me personally, I like just don't really care at this point. That's just me personally. Just because I kind of already forgotten about it. Not to be in like a rude way, like, oh, I'm just forgotten about it. Like no, it's just more if like I've been doing other stuff like writing or making content and
Holy
just
fuck.
spending time with family, especially now that we have a kid that we're kind of fostering at the moment. And so it's just kind of like left the back of my mind. I think like the most recent job, me and Baby were like, is anything going to happen? Because our days are going to be like, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's
See,
on
I
the back
feel
of
like
my mind too for similar reasons, especially like I'm working on Music Go right now because we had an editor, Well, I actually think this was Emily's scene, but because she's got revision, she wasn't able to continue it. So I was like, okay, fine, I will start over from yours. That was one thing. Then of course the Jacob starts to roll around, and then I've got and also recently I've gone sick. I've been trying to do 5 years later as well. So I have also been practicing other things, but we knew going in, thanks to KW, said that at the most it would come back in January at the very earliest. So it was
At the very earliest.
So yeah, it was like it wasn't like unexpected or anything.
Yeah,
to be-
no,
to be
I'm
waiting.
just worried that people will be like telling me, "Are you busy or not?" Because we need to start doing stuff in January, and I'll be like busy doing something, being like, "You guys hurry!" Because I
See-
actually said from the beginning. Let me say this because I said in the beginning when we created the new Discord server, saying, guys, just let you know, I cannot promise if I actually am going to continue this or not because I don't know what's going to happen in 2025.
See, I mean, the thing about the thing about like I'm gonna call it arc 1 because you guys did complete a whole arc 1 arc story. I call it books, so books is better. Yeah, book 1 out of 3. You did get through all of book 1. Scheduling wise, it worked unusually well. Purely because I am the eternally open DM, and most of us were eternally open people, with the exception of KW. But because all of us were eternally open, we were all able to work around.
Right. Yeah, no, mine's just starting getting a little busier, and I've been doing a lot more things and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I respect that.
Because
We chillin'. I'm still, as always, eternally open, except for a session. But that's about it.
right, no, like Wednesday, Wednesday is gonna be interesting because we may have to, because technically we're still trying to finish like the GX session that we're in and stuff, and so we might change dates for that one just so everyone can be free or whatever, but we're not sure it and stuff like that. Just see what happens or whatever. But
Yeah.
I have been like working on my writing and stuff like that. Like right now, I'm like kicking myself because I feel like I should be writing right now, but honestly, like
No, you shouldn't be. Like, if anything, right now is, even though it is a quote unquote editing stream, it feels more like we just chilling back and talking. You know what I mean?
right, and so but it's more of like just because I have like a goal in my head, like trying to get this done, so I could like just edit and everything like that. But and so I like goals in my head, but sometimes I know for a fact that sometimes it's okay to miss a goal as long as you're still like working on something that you really love and enjoy. And so
Yeah. When I give myself goals, it's more of I don't give myself a specific time I need to finish it by. It's more of a finish it. Like, give yourself as much time as you need, but preferably finish it.
right, yeah,
I'm a very lenient person like that, which means I am a very low stress person.
yeah. I was hoping to get my second book, like the real stuff, done by the time before like springtime, and so that way I could do a bunch of like tons of edits stuff like that, asking my family their advice stuff like that, like as well as stuff, and then like work on the cover and stuff like that, and hopefully maybe get it out sometime during the end of summer. But that may not be the case. So, which I am so gutted because I was hoping my books could come out consistently, but I know sometimes that would not be the case, and so
Consistency is hard.
yeah,
Like, again, the main thing that allows for consistency does end up being having the time. Consistency pretty much equals availability of time.
yeah. And so I guess that's why I'm not really much like worried about Quest of Rise of Sun, because of like if it ends then,
Or whatever it's named now.
right, if it ends and I'm honestly okay with it. Like I know it's going to be sad for people who were heavily into it, stuff like that, but I personally like been really enjoying like writing like original stories and characters and stuff like that. And
I mean, I will say this. If Quest of the Rising Sun does end up going under third DM and then you head out, it would make it a bit weird, but I am willing to take back the old players and then continue the story from where it left off. It would feel a bit weird with the lack of Hera, but I could, sort of in the same way that I had planned out how Junior's character would continue being important towards the plot.
I think
I could then get, if you wanted, because Junior did specifically ask to keep his character alive, which I did, but in order to keep the plot going, it was made more sense to say he was dead. But I could do something with your character. If you don't want me to, that's fine. But this is also if
like,
season 3 goes bye-bye.
Yeah, me and Jacob like been talks about that, stuff like that. Like, okay, what if I actually can't come back as Hera, or what if I because didn't you say in the Monkey Wednesday I said that I didn't say I want to play it as Hera because I felt like I couldn't continue as her or something like that?
Well, what you said to me was that since she was originally intended as a one-shot character, that you didn't know like, where her story was going to go and needed time to figure that out. Because we did say, we did say that if you continued as a different character temporarily and then afterwards came back as Hera once you had an idea of what to do with her, that was something you were actually excited to do in the first place.
And then something happened to where, okay.
Yeah, but that wasn't
I was just trying to
remember
the timeline.
That wasn't related to Hera, so I don't think that I don't. As far as I'm aware, that hasn't changed. Like your mentality about the gun, that shouldn't have changed as a result of that. Logically speaking, at least, unless it has.
No, it's more that like I'm still trying to figure out with Hera, stuff like that, because she does have a similar like backstory, kind of like some of my other characters, but not like 100% or anything like that. Because which I did not kind of realize, but things happen.
You've been trying to deny that up until now.
The allegations must be denied, KW.
What it means is that like Jacob's about, but like Hera's kind of similar to like, for example, like Emiya, and I'm like, or no, who do you compare Hera to? I can't remember.
Well, I mentioned Emiya. I think I also mentioned Kairos.
Okay.
I love not knowing these names.
I think I might have like vaguely mentioned Katie, but
okay, yeah, that was when
I love not knowing any of these names.
Okay, Katie Black, I remember talking about saying no, her story is different because
I'm gonna chill back.
Because like Katie Black has like kind of accept as who she is and stuff like that, but she just preferred to like guys as human, not to cause like any threats or whatever. With Emiya, I feel like Emiya's story is different from Hera, technically, just because it's not the fact that she ran away from necessarily anything besides like running from like the bad guys or whatever. If that makes sense, and is like on a run on stuff as well. With Kairos, I can see that being similar to Kairos, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Kairos has the clearest connection. Emiya's the second one, because Emiya has the sorry, because Emiya has like her adoptive family being like the parallel to Kairos and Hera's biological ones in that instance.
Okay, that's fair. But I meant like how they
so
choose their path. Yeah, but like their paths are definitely what I see is like a bit different, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like yeah, they kind of have some similar backstories, but their paths are very different. Because for you know, like Hera's running away from like the White Pair Orcs. Katie Black is just fighting back against the Black Orcs or whatever, and it's just living Hera's life, pretending to be human or whatever, not to cause like any threats. And then Amiya is her story hasn't been full. I mean, I know Hera is not fully developed, but like Amiya's like whole story is like, what is the real past, kind of. So it's like, what is the truth? If that makes sense.
That's a good point. What is the truth?
Well, we don't know. All we know is that the brother says, "Hey, look into the past because our past might be different."
I think that's how people's pasts work.
I dare say, their pasts are in fact rather different.
I think that's how that logically works.
No, what I mean is that how they remember things.
Right.
That's yes, because people remember things differently. That's
no,
how
okay,
things work.
No, okay, Ben, okay. Oh my god, sorry. Okay, deep breaths. No, but what I mean is that Alexander remembers seeing Amiya dead, and he thinks Amiya is dead, but she's actually alive. Amiya only remembers about the fact that she was, got caught and been tortured or stuff like that by the bandits and stuff like that, and escaping from it. She does not remember her being dead or anything like that. That's what I meant. Like their paths are different because Alexander clearly remembers her being dead. Amiya remembers clearly that she was never dead to begin with.
I got it.
I really
guys.
want to bring up the ending of book 1. I really want to talk about the ending of book 1, but I'm not going to spoil it for people.
No, I figured it out.
To those of you who have read the final paragraph of book 1, some of that is like, hang on a minute.
No, I figured it out. I figured everything out. Hallucinogenics.
I don't think that's what's happened.
You sure? Because let me explain some sciences. So, from what I've heard.
This is my story, by the way. So I'm just
I know.
He's making a theory. He's making
okay.
This is how theorizing works, KW. So, going based on the extremely limited information I've been given, one of the more logical solutions does seem like hallucinogenics. But the funny thing is obtainment method. Hallucinogenics actually there's a physical form of hallucinogenics in the actual thing that you can take, but also there was a scientific study that in some scenarios the human body can create its own technical hallucinogenic in the brain that causes differences in what is perceived to each other. There was a study back in, I believe.
Hi, Josh.
There was a study, I believe, back in 1987. 1986, 1987, in which there was this patient who had been believed to have taken hallucinogenics, but also there was no record of that happening due to his location having always been somewhere that he had no access to him. So they did a little bit of testing, and they still realized the difference in what was seen versus what actually happened. So there was a few conclusions that they were starting to mess around with until one of them had brought up the idea of the brain creating its own sort of technical hallucinogenic. So they did some very surprisingly morally good, not morally ambiguous, morally ethical testing, and figured out that the brain does in fact do that on specific occasions.
Okay.
Usually these occasions end up coming from two places. One, an event is so traumatizing that the brain wants to comprehend it as something much nicer. Or
here's
B, let me finish, there's a B.
Okay.
B, the brain has gone through a large portion of trauma. So the brain now interprets things that are bad as worse, including being captured into them dying.
Okay, but here's the question though. Which one is so if let's say your theory is right, which one is the one who hallucinate? Because one of them
And the thing is, it could be either, it could be both. It can't be
Both.
none because that doesn't make scientific sense, but it could be both.
well here's
Because let me explain why.
no. Hold on, let me pause you right there. Here's a reason why I would say it would not make scientifically sense because technically magic is indeed evolved.
There's
throughout the
magic.
story.
Yeah, no, that chucks all my stuff out the window. There's magic.
Yeah, I was gonna say normal like human psychological story. I would get that, but there's also like there's witches and hitmen, wolves and vampires and all that stuff in the mix plus magic. So it's like
KW, shake hands. We've reached a stalemate. This is the same thing that happened between
Also-
me and Jacob when talking about whatever the mutant girl's character's
Morena's
name,
tail,
Morena's tail,
Yeah.
and how
Mhm.
scientifically it shouldn't work, but because of magic, it does. In
Oh,
this
wait, but-
scenario,
Said.
scientifically, there's a scientifically possible and highly correct solution, and there's a solution in relation to magic. If the story went without magic, this solution would still make sense.
yeah,
So,
that,
Let's shake hands.
I
This
will
is a
give you
stalemate.
credit.
This is a
Yeah,
stalemate.
I'll give you credit for that. Like I'm not saying like. I mean, your theory could be right. We don't know if it's actually human psychological, but there's also technically there is magic involved. So, And Jacob, what were you gonna say?
I was going to say that that's not the reason that we came to our stalemate, which is ironic considering we just talking about people remembering things differently.
No. Our stalemate was you had a piece of evidence that there was no scientific reason for it, but it counteracts my argument. This one is there's two different correct answers dependent on the existence of magic.
Yeah.
So both of them are stalemates. So both of them, if not for a crucial piece of evidence, would be correct.
Because here's the thing, I know the answer, but for now, let's just say, since I can't give out the answer, he could be actually right if they're going for. It could be actually right if the story is going with a human psychological route when there's no magic involved, even though there is magic, or there could be hypothetically magic involved because magic has been there throughout the story. But the answer is still fact as like one of them or both of them are hallucinating. There is a possibility of that. Unless of course there's something else entirely that we don't know about.
Listen. I can't say much because I'm not a magic person, even though I do D&D. I do D&D, but I am a heavily scientific person, which makes no sense at all to most people, but
That's why I'm more into magic. Like I try to have something called like somewhat like a magic system where like magic does make sense whatever, but it's not necessarily like following like the same rules like for example like because I know like Aiden will talk about there should be like limitations on magic and stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, sure, yeah, that's understandable, but not everything has to have limitations.
Or not everything has to be the limitations, like, based on the parameters that he provides.
Right. So like for example, like Amia one time had gotten tired out by using her wolf speed magic.
the what?
Because she's a hybrid. She's a wolf and a vampire. Not a werewolf. Wolf.
Wait, hold up. So that couldn't wait. I'm trying to I just realized the implications of that. What the?
What? What? Oh,
You're
so, but
telling- So you're
Well,
telling
I-
me? Hold up. So you're telling me? How do I say this on Jacob? You know how during the 5 years later the implications went crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
How else do you make a hybrid other than making a baby?
You
So
don't.
in
I
my
already
situation,
said-
the implication that I'm getting is a wolf and a
Cloning, maybe?
vampire. Did it?
Okay, no.
Well,
but
I mean, yeah.
I was
No,
wait,
I from what I think is that potentially this wasn't like an actual, you know, an animal resembling wolf. Like, I'm pretty sure that wolf in this case would count as like a separate, like, humanoid species. That's the implication I'm
Okay.
getting.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
actually, in
Okay.
the book.
Okay. So it's
Okay.
not a vampire and a wolf doing it.
Yes.
And before you
Okay.
ask, it's not a
because I-
vampire bat either. Just checking.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to explain it. So
No,
The
I
thing
knew it was a vampire bat. I knew it was like an actual like vampire person. But that's what made it even more concerning. That it was pretty much a person and a dog.
okay, but let me explain it. I'm trying to explain it because I actually explained it in this book. There are wolves that are four-legged creatures, spelled normally, but then there are wolves who are like humanoid-like creatures with wolf ears, a tail, fangs, and claws.
And that's not a werewolf.
No, they're not a werewolf. They're not like bitten to be transformed into anything like that. They're like my best explanation like involves species of sorts.
Speciation.
I guess it's similar. It's similar to the My Street werewolves, but those ones they are implied to transform and have a wolf form, but we never see it.
Okay, those
for all
ones, the
intents and
implications
purposes,
were
they
crazy.
just have like, you know, enhancements.
But also, Jacob, those ones, the implications were crazy based on what I've seen recently.
I
for
also,
for
but I
that
do see your
episode,
chat.
Yes.
I'm just saying, but no, I see that your chat. I argue those
Oh,
will be mutants.
Yeah, mutants actually does make a lot of sense.
Well, not really. The reason why I didn't say mutants is not because. How
I
do
feel
I
like I might have
explain it?
skewed people's perspectives on what constitutes mutants, potentially.
Yeah. I don't know how exactly explain it because it's like because I always said they're like evolved from like like the four-legged creatures and stuff like that somehow, kind of magically. Plus there's also the goddess of wolves and vampires as well. That she could have done something as well. Which of course in the first book we don't know much about, but we will know quite a few things about this goddess in the second book. I will say that.
Nowhere there's a god. Nowhere there's a goddess. Nowhere. The goddess is just like it's not even a goddess. It's just straight up somebody who like sews animals together. They're like a taxidermist.
I promise you that it's not that. They're actually a full-on
The goddess is the goddess isn't a goddess. They're just a taxidermist.
Oh
Wait,
my
hold
God.
on. Amia and Alexander take after different parents,
Yes.
mostly, which implies that if they were like sewn together, it would just be like someone like took like one half of like one half the other, and then swapped them around like Sid from Toy Story.
Yeah.
And that's how you got the twins.
Oh God, no! The God's great dog man.
Well, that is how Dogman happened.
I mean, we just have to wait to see until the second book comes out, right?
Yeah. Let's see if there's a Dogman cameo. Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Definitely not.
Caleb, you sure you don't want your goddess to just be a taxidermist? I'm getting you out of your
No!
writer's block, Caleb. I'm getting you out of your writer's block. I'm giving you ideas.
Okay, I don't have troubles with the goddess. I'm having trouble how to write on the page how to end the story.
I've given you two very interesting ideas in relation to brain hallucinogenics and taxidermist goddess.
That's not kind of story I wanted to write. The taxidermist stuff. I mean, And the whole illusion thing, I said, we just have to wait and see because maybe you're right or maybe you're wrong.
Oh, Bon. So the reason, so Jacob is just really sick. I got sick Thursday, and I now have a lingering cough. Jacob's been getting worse. I've been getting better. KW's just sort of chilling, but so pretty much Jacob is dying more and more. I'm dying less and less, and that's sort of why I didn't show up at all on Thursday. But
Right, yeah. Like, no, the worst book I have is more effective. Let's just say, I have planned things out, what things are supposed to happen. It's just more about like how to write it on page, if that makes sense. Because there is a definite ending. There is the thing I want to. Okay, here's the funny thing though, is that as I'm writing this full story, I had this one big plan of idea of how everything goes. But then I wrote something that I realized like, oh, I really want to go with this sort of plot talking about this because now they just mentioned this thing. I don't want to just leave it at that.
hey,
So
Jacob, Bon has a question for you.
Jacob, if you're this sick, should we postpone Sunday's meeting?
We've already postponed it once on my account, so ideally not, because also I had like other Sunday plans that involved like Aiden and also Prism, so you know it kind of like conveniently aligned.
Jacob will fight the sickness to make it to the meeting. That's how business works these days.
Well, I mean, I've already caused a delay once, so I don't want to do it again.
Fair.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know, it depends on like how much talking you need me to do as well, or how I'm like feeling tomorrow. Because again, depending on
Yeah.
the idea behind this was to give me somewhat of a vocal rest, but then also I had to do 5 years later today, so that kind of like negated it.
Well, I mean, I did a lot of the talking for this 5 years later, purely out of the implications hit hard. KW, when you see the 5 years later that we did today, you will understand exactly what I mean.
Maybe we can do it without you. Was the cover out by Christmas? I've been saying that the entire time. You don't actually need me. But the implication from both of you was that you definitely did.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Speaking of like talking about stuff, I don't necessarily need. I not like talking VC, but I do think I should probably ask you some stuff about thoughts on Quest Rise of Sun situation at least, just because you said like not tell like I'm ready, and that is fine and stuff. But I just wanted to ask you a few more questions, stuff like that, just to figure a few things out before being like, "Yep, I'm ready to talk about this with everyone else." You know.
Yeah, sure. Well, we can talk about that like after we cut here. We have like a cut off point, but
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Like potentially when I finish like this you know, conversation from Darren is going to be once I get after this particular point, maybe.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, he's gonna exit in a few lines. Okay, I'll get to the end of Darren's like poses, and then I will, you know, have him exit stage right. And then we'll cut the stream, then we can talk.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because, like, because it's getting close to the end of the year stuff and everything like that. I'm just like, okay, I probably need to start, like...
I've got, like, one more important week for me, and then afterwards I go to full relaxation, which means one thing, I'm probably going to be on Jacob streams a lot more often. Which isn't a bad thing.
It'll mostly be Gacha Review, because by that point, 5 years later,
So, like,
5 years later will be over.
Bon says, so like that, with you, the sun could be an A+, without you, the sun would be more of a B+, it could still be fun, but not as good as what you might do.
I see.
Jacob is the grade boost that everybody needs in life.
I mean, he has been helping me with I Am All of Me and Live and Learn.
Jacob is the manifestation of grammar.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing I forgot to mention. Yeah, KW's covers have also been doing those. Yeah.
Yeah, which I mean, really good. I
How
will
many-
definitely look.
Jacob, how many things are you working on?
Let's see. If we count Sword on My Lawn, I've mentioned the covers. I've mentioned Mutant.
Well, that's one of those things that it's
mentioned-
like we have no
Later.
deadline. We can honestly just do it like whenever we want to.
Yeah, but we were inspired, so I kind of like bumped that one up.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I
I won't
think
count that one.
anyone
I'll
YouTuber.
count that. I'll count the Jacobs instead, I guess. And then I guess regular streams. So I guess 5 things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With not all of them really having a deadline, some of them just sort of happen naturally. Sword on My Lawn being
And I
one of
almost
those.
started a radio program at school, but then no one signed up for that, so that's not happening anymore.
Sword on My Lawn is pretty much just we chilling back and writing when we feel like writing, or when it's me, you, and Aiden after a stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
speaking
it would
of
have happened again if I wasn't sick on Thursday.
I think Aiden wanted you to perhaps get a song off the ground. Perhaps we can help. I can help him along from this point. But I'd love to get one thing off your back.
Well, I mean, I can. In that case. Oh wait, 6 AFMAR parodies, because Aiden Ivel's been writing a bunch of AFMAR parodies. We want to get one.
Always try to land a low for this better when I can. Fair.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I feel so
maybe
awful. We'll
I
give
can-
it.
Listen.
May-
A lot of
maybe
us,
I can-
a lot of
maybe I
us are
can,
doing only one thing with Jacob. I think Aiden's doing like 3.
Right. Anyways,
Yeah.
what Jacob? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say?
But yeah, Aiden's doing several things, and like some of them are projects for me, because he had an idea for me to do like an AFMAR parody like once a month until season 7 comes out, which is a great idea, but ultimately only benefits me. So he's just been like
Woo.
he's been motivating
I
me
would have
on
died.
my own accord. Yeah.
I would have died because right now we're really like doing 2 songs at least. Live and Learn and I Am All of Me, because Live and Learn from Sonic Adventure 2 and I Am All of Me is all about shadows. So it's like, let's just do this song. And I feel so bad because I was planning to do it on my own, but then I'm like, I'm not a music expertise, Jacob. And so I'm so glad that.
Honestly, just as well, because I mean, thanks to that, I actually did learn how to. I EQ'd for the first time. It's not.
Oh, wow.
The best.
What
EQing,
does-
but yeah, like,
What is EQ
like, that kind of,
again?
like, forced me to. That kind of forced me to up my music production in some ways.
What is EQ again?
It's I can't remember what it stands for, but it's but it's basically like reducing like different like some
Volumes.
noise levels from like both
Yeah.
sides. That can like apply like different filters or something. Because in the song, there are certain lines that come through what's known as a telephone filter. I didn't know it's called a telephone filter until I actually messaged my cousin who's a musician. And I was like, I need help. What's this filter called? And he told me. So
See, because
you know,
when I hear EQ, it's EQ. What EQ also is pretty much the other IQ, because EQ is emotional intelligence in the intelligence quotient. So I was completely thinking you finally started becoming emotionally intelligent. I'm like, that just feels wrong.
Yeah.
Yes, as Maddie rant as well. But yeah, Weather Pops I will not count only because like the Mutant Girl scene takes priority over that, because
Yeah.
the reason I wasn't working on Mutant Girl was because the only scenes that were left to do were being done by other people at the time. Now that's fallen back to me. Weather Pops I still have set up like in here, depending on. This class is filled with other people, but I've taken them out because I want to do different shots and yada yada.
Yeah,
so in the studio, that's still set up for Weather Pops. That's why we moved on green screens for here.
I actually will say, like, I actually am planning for the Yu-Gi-Oh thing after I do those 2 episodes with the dueling and stuff like that. Just ending right there because it was like taking a test series. It wasn't going to be planned some big thing. It was just see how well it can do, and it did pretty well. It got like 100 views. I call that as a success. I don't care for like
Yeah.
big numbers. And then like after that, I'm probably going to be staying away from Gacha for now, just because like as much as I love doing gacha stuff, I probably just do some skits or music videos or something like that just for fun. But other than that, like I'm not doing any more gacha series after that. Because depending on where Emmett is with Final Break in the New Year's, the Secret of the Bugs finale may be my next project. Oh yeah, we still haven't finished the season finale, right? And then there's season 3.
I don't even know where Emmy is with Final Break.
I kind of forgot about it, not gonna lie, since
I mean, I remember. I just don't know where it's at.
I only auditioned and that is it. I didn't get any parts, and I'm like, that's fine. I don't need to get any parts. I was
No. I know. KW, I know.
I didn't get any parts, but I forgot that I was assigned 2 parts like already as like bit ones in episode 1. So I technically recorded all my lines, but I didn't remember I had lines to begin with until
Later.
points out to me. It's like, oh wait, I had them all.
Yeah.
I had them all along.
Yeah, because you were someone.
Yeah.
I don't remember who you
Yeah,
were
I
again.
was 2 people.
No, wait. I don't. Vaughn probably remembers, but I'm gonna look through the announcements right now and find out. It's probably where it is.
Well, they weren't auditioned characters because I think that was like pre-decided. That's
Oh,
why,
you got one of the teachers, and then you got an auditioned character.
Bon said
I got one of the teachers because the teacher was.
You were
based
the
on me, I
inspiration.
forgot that they existed.
wait. Bon said you voiced Mr. S. Brown.
Yeah,
Again.
and
This
then
is but also I think my character's like Evan. It's like the other one as well that started with D at the beginning, like the friends at the beginning that don't come back and they don't stay for the break.
Okay.
Yeah,
and then you're also double understudy.
Yes, that's also
Yeah,
true.
you're understudy on Milo, and I believe whatever Aiden's role was. I think Aiden's Blake because Cry Baby. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
Well, it's the character. Character is Crybaby. Also,
yeah, Blake.
I'm
He's
not
understudy for
punching my
Blake
mic.
and
I don't have a
Milo.
mic. I'm on an iPad.
I thought Crybaby's name was Dave. I'm kidding.
I'm not punching my mic. I don't have a mic. I'm just on an iPad.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get anyone, which is fine. I had a crappy
Extremely
game
serious
anyways.
stream setup. I'm just on an iPad.
Yeah, Blake. Yeah, I looking at it right now.
Balake. Yeah, it was Balake.
What?
Does KW not get the Balake reference?
No,
Jacob, please tell me you get the Balake reference.
No, I just
The substitute teacher. Aaron.
Oh right, fine. No, I get it now.
What?
Hey, Bon got it. You don't know the substitute teacher?
I do.
Aaron.
I just didn't know that's what you're referencing.
I'm asking KW.
No.
Aaron, Balake, D Nice.
The more you
Jay
say
Quallen?
it, the less it's going to make sense.
I know. Don't forget Jay Quallen. Thank you for reminding me, Bon. Jay Quallen.
What? My plan is overwhelming. Oh. Jacob, please tell me you're almost done. Whatever you need to do.
Unfortunately, this is I'm at the point where I realize there's like a particular line of dialogue that actually requires like 5 different poses.
Oh my god.
This is the Mutant Gold polish. This is what people pay for.
Yep.
Well, not pay for that. This is what people subscribe for, and I get paid for.
Oh yeah.
Hi guys, I'm gonna have Hot Ones buffalo sauce on some chicken wings for dinner. Nice, Johnny. Hello, Johnny. Hope you're doing well. Also, actually, Erica, okay, so are there any updates on the Eurovision Pops? Because last time we heard that you're giving it to Tree Pop, which I don't think that's a good idea. Not gonna lie.
I'm surprised considering how much you love Eurovision.
Right? But like his reason is like because I don't want to watch shows. Maybe I'm just a bad storyteller, and I basically give him like a whack. You're not a terrible storyteller. You're just learning and practicing and doing your very best. Like, for example, ponies. Do you think ponies was good?
Don't make me go back to Costco, KW.
I was just saying, as if ponies was a terrible show. I mean, we joke about.
I can't remember if Johnny was there for the streams or has watched ponies.
Right.
You might like
But
it.
I'm just. But Bond's like no ponies. Yeah, but here's the thing. Is it like the greatest story ever? No. It does not have a good story because everything is just like improv. But I think it's also good because of improv and stuff like that. It's just.
See, KW, sometimes you just gotta understand when improv is when you need the perfect times for improv. The entirety of Quest of the Rising Sun was not.
Ben.
That's D&D. That relies on improv.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Also, there's usually a plan.
Then, that's not the point. The point is that I'm not also great at telling stories and stuff like that as well. I'm learning to try to do better and stuff like that. I've been writing for years. Do you think I'm to this day? No. I think this was pretty good. It was like decent enough to kickstart on things. But it's not going to be the bestseller or anything like that. So like you just need to keep practicing and stuff like that. Actually, my best advice is make up so this is what my mom did is basically do like short story prompts. So what that means, so like for example, let's say I gave Jacob and then a homework to do like a short story prompt, and the prompt was your character is going to a haunted house made out of pizza or whatever. Something like that. That's kind of ridiculous, but something like along those lines, like, oh, your character's doing this, whatever.
Your character is failing to sing the beginning of Moana.
Right, but anyways, so basically I give Jacob and then that, and they can do whatever with that story prompt, as long as like, they follow the prompt. Is that basically their characters are going to a haunted house made of, was it pizza or something? Cheese? I can't remember.
Yes,
something like that.
Pizza,
yeah. And so they write that, how the characters react and stuff like that or whatever, and so we're there. We're getting on an episode of Your Vision Pause, which said 3 months after Tom Fia met. Okay, that's not bad. That's fine. And it is focused on Sophia getting comforted by comfort.
Comforted,
I think.
Comforted. Yes, comforted.
By the girls who think...
I can't see. I'm just guessing because I know Johnny's style.
C-O-M...
Comfort, Edie, comforted.
Do you mean confronted?
What's the rest of the sentence?
Comforted by the girls who think that Sophia is rushing the relationship. It's definitely confronted.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. Confronted.
Yeah.
I've been working on stories for 8.5 years and have been editing for 5.5 years. It took me that long to get where I am today. That and also went to clubs and learned how to write stories in school subjects and after schools. Yeah, exactly.
I will say as a DM, I've been doing this for a good 8-9 years now. And this is probably my 3rd year that I've been working on what I think is probably the magnum opus of all of my DMing career. It's not done yet. It probably won't be for a long time, but it's one of those things that's like, it's taking me a lot of time. And
yeah,
I mean a lot of time.
It takes time, a lot of time and commitment. Yeah, like I've been committing to Misfits for quite some time now, and I'm not going to stop because I really want to finish this series. Is it stressful or mentally strained or whatever? Yeah, I will say that just because I really want to make sure it's a good story and wanted to get it out as soon as possible. But at the same time, I learned no, I have to take my time, make sure there's no grammar errors or anything like that. Make sure there's more description on stuff and everything like that. Make sure the story flows, stuff like that. I even ask people, hey, does this make sense, even if it's a rough draft? So that way I know that the idea works as well, even though it's a rough draft and stuff like that. And I can make it flow better and stuff like that if need be. And so it's just, it takes one thing. Like, actually, my dance teacher had this shirt on, and I love it, even though it's just like a dance reference. The first thing you learn is a plie, and is the last thing you master. Which, the reason why I say that is a really good thing, because, like, yeah, it still takes a long time to master a lot of things, even with something so simple. Like, writing a story may be sounding so simple, but it has a lot more things going on.
Oh, there's only 2 lemon flavors in my toxic waste.
Let's try to work hard on one thing for a long time until you master it, then add a new element and work hard on that, and then add a new element, and so on.
Oh,
Yeah.
Putting watermelon.
Story to stop motion to character design to music to ending to keeping to tweening to voice acting to sound effects to lighting to rigging. That's my next step. Well, yeah. Like, here's the thing. Like, when I started out with gacha stuff, it was terrible.
I'm being an child right now. I've gotten distracted by candy.
Why are you?
I
it
forgot when
doesn't
I
matter.
started off with gacha stuff, it was, you know, pretty mediocre.
Exactly. You just have to learn to like don't be sad. Have confidence and stuff like that. Okay?
I haven't touched gacha in my
Yes. And here's the thing. And yes, me and Ghosty and I don't know about Jacob, but me and Ghosty specifically got really upset with the childhood memories episode. But that's because it felt like you didn't like do a lot of research stuff like that to make it make sense and stuff like that. So also make sure to do research, but also have confidence to tell a story that you want to tell, but always make sure you're doing a lot of research and stuff like that to make sure your story is accurate if it takes place at a different time or place, or something had to do with the body or something like that. Just anything in
Or if it's
general.
reflecting a beloved franchise as well, like, you know, in the case of
Yes.
Miraculous.
Like, that's why I did the Legend of Zelda movie, because I knew it like back in my hand and stuff. Now, I will say it's not the greatest story. I felt like I could have done a lot of things better or something like that with that story and everything like that. That's why I came up with the idea, hey, let's rewrite this story. See if I have improved. And I've been actually talking to someone who knows how to, like, have been writing for many years and what are the steps up to writing fanfic that doesn't sound so terrible or bad, because there are fanfics that are really terrible, stuff like that. And he told me, like, it was better than the original script. And he actually asked me, he's like, hey, can I actually borrow your script and take a stab at it and see if I can make it good too, like make it to his standards or whatever. I said, sure, go for it. And he's like, bet. And yeah, it's been having fun with talking to him back and forth about stuff and just, you know, see what he thinks will work and what things doesn't work and stuff like that. And, you know, just talk about the story in general and the concept of it and stuff like that. It's just been so fun to learn how to write better fanfics in general. If I ever wanted to keep writing fanfics, that's actually another thing I also love to do. Is like actually practicing writing and storytelling is by doing something that you know you love, kind of, if that makes sense. Like, if let's say you know the world so well, take creativity to it and see what happens or whatever to help you get ideas how to make characters, stuff like that, and then try it without using anything else but your own creativity, you know? So, for example, since Johnny knows a lot about the Super Pop series, I hope, since, you know, and other stuff, right? Keep writing like you do, like,
yeah.
like make sure you're following like the laws and rules of the pop stuff and everything like that. And write like a short story or problem and say, what happens if the character?
Maybe.
Yeah, and write like ideas and stuff like that. Add to your creativity with this world that's already built and stuff like that. See what happens, and then after that, just see what happens with your own original story, with your own creativity stuff, and see what happens. See what you learn from writing a fanfic. Story first, says Bond. Yes. Also, Jacob, will a character with that eye color work on green screen? I mean, it should
Even
be
if it
fine.
doesn't, I have masking, so it won't matter.
I was gonna say, I'm sure it will work. You'll figure something out.
Just believe in the Jacob. Don't ask questions. Believe in Jacob. And that's how we start a cult, everybody.
No, honestly, if Bod asked me that same question like 2 years ago, I would have been like, "Oh God, no! What do I do now?" But yeah,
Right.
I've long since resolved that issue.
How
In Jacob we trust.
are you almost done, or by the way, I'm just wondering.
Well, I finished it. I finished the multiple pose line there, which is reference to the Swan Princess. I haven't
Right.
finished the actual full thing
The
yet,
s-
but I feel like this is a good place to stop anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah, might as well.
Oh, I recently discovered shortcut for green screen blending with masking. I'm assuming you do the same thing I do. Yeah. But
Well, I mean, I do in fact mask, so yeah.
I guess we're going to end the stream here, correct?
Yes.
So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. Leave a like or dislike because your opinions matter. Please subscribe to us if you haven't already. Until next time, farewell.
I'm about to eat a bunch of toxic waste. Let's do this.